Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time that you are tuning in on tonight's show. My name is Leticia Campbell. My co-host Twonta Davis Jones will not be on tonight, but she will definitely be here in spirit for sure, for sure. And so I'm excited about tonight's conversation because we're going to be talking about picking it up. Picking it up. So, for those of you who are new to our show, again, my name is Leticia Campbell. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a mother of five. Okay. And I absolutely, absolutely love helping our sister to sister connection community with sisterhood, stability, and spirituality. Those are our three pillars. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I got some good and bad news, right? I always like to hear the bad news first. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys the bad news. Okay. The bad news is that we're in season 16 of the Sister to Sister Connection talk show. Twonta and I have kicked off this talk show back since 2018, and we like to do this particular talk show in seasons, right? In seasons, and each season has 10 episodes, okay? So we are in episode 10. This is our final episode for season 16. Normally we take 2 weeks, but what we're going to do for this particular round to close off the end of the year is season 17 is going to start earlier. Okay. Season 17 of the Sister to Sister Connection talk show is going to kick off earlier. So we're going to take a week off, and then we're going to, I don't even think it's a week. I think it's still a couple of weeks, right, Therese? I think it's still 2 weeks or a week. I think it's still about a week and a half. We're going to take about a week and a half off. And we're going to kickstart the show, season 16, on October 1st. Okay. It's going to go from October 1st all the way through December 17th. So mark your calendar every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most of the times you're going to see Twonta and I, right, on the panel. Okay. And sometimes you may see either her or just I by ourselves. But it would be great, though, for those of you who are watching the replay right now. Yes. Oh, it's still 2 weeks. Awesome. Okay. My calculations are good. We're still going to take a 2-week break and kick off season 17 on October 1st. And somebody, if you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and type in October 1st in the chat right now. So that way it's good. We're going to regroup. We're going to be we're going to definitely do some things that are going to be new, right? We're going to add some old things that we used to do in the past for season 17. So make sure you'll look out, and make sure you guys are on our email list. How to get on our email list? Definitely go join our Facebook group, Sister to Sister Connection Community, by going to bit.ly /, sister to sister connection. Definitely want to go over there, and that way you can get access to our community, and make sure you answer those three questions when you when you request to join. Okay, because we do definitely vet our community. We want to protect it, right, and want to maintain the quality of the community. Okay, so let's go on and get into today's topic, guys. I really am excited. Again, we're going to be talking about picking it up. We're going to be talking about picking it up. You know, we put so much things down. And before we get into the first point, I want to share. Hold on one second. These kids are Listen, y'all, I got 5 kids, so it gets really loud in this house sometimes. And when all of them are talking at one time, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So picking it up. We are so often wanting to put things down, right? But one of the things I realized, and this is just an experience that has happened to me today, there was actually a particular situation that I wanted to put down and sort of say, you know what, I don't want to deal with it anymore. And just from this topic alone, because a lot of times I don't even know, Twonta comes up with all of our amazing topics, right? So I don't know sometimes our topic until we get on the show. But in this certain situation, I know that God is telling me, listen, don't put it down, pick it up, get stronger, get more authoritative, get more, state your, say how you feel despite what people are going to think, right? I want to share something with you guys. Don't stop doing something or don't make a decision to put something down because you're trying to make sure that you're trying to please other people. Do not try to put certain things down. You speaking up for yourself. right? You deciding to get out of a toxic situation. Do not allow what other people say about about what you're doing to stop you, right? Because at the end of the day, peace is so much more important, and what you have to say to the world and what you have to share to the world is actually of value. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but I know I constantly, just like today, tell myself that all the time. Okay, I think that's important. So let's go ahead and get into the first point. Once again, for those of you who haven't shared this out yet, go ahead and share this out. If you happen to be watching this on the replay, go ahead and type in hashtag replay. Okay, the first thing you need to pick it up is your attitude. Pick it up. It's very important that you do that. Kick up your attitude, step up your attitude, level up your attitude. A lot of people would tell you one way to check your attitude is to check the people that is around you. But one of the things I'm going to ask is, if you, right? Thank you, Teresa. I just saw the chat. You got to also check yourself, because you can get around people and bring down the energy and bring down the momentum, right? Because of your negative attitude. You got to check your attitude. Just yesterday, I had an experience with somebody who actually did something that was wrong, right? We all make mistakes. We all do things wrong. We all mishear things or have a different understanding, or maybe we say, well, when I was over here, we were able to do this, and now that I'm over in this new place, I can't do this or that, and there's too many rules. There's too many. I get it, but it doesn't mean that you create a negative attitude. I feel that if we as women hold ourselves more accountable for our actions and for our behaviors and how we conduct ourselves in life and business, we're going to get further ahead in life. Right? So instead of picking up a negative attitude, make it your responsibility every single day, starting today, to pick up a positive attitude. Stop being so, start becoming more emotionally intelligent. That's one of my business partners, Miyoko Taylor, would say. Become more emotionally intelligent, more emotionally balanced, right? More emotionally, pick up your emotions. And what I mean by that is, I'm not talking about crying or catching, making your, getting your feelings so involved. I'm talking about practice more emotional intelligence. So when you get into a situation, you are thinking more logically and not just from your feelings. In every situation you get into in life and in business, you are 80% thinking, approaching this a situation, picking up your feelings, right, and not your logic. Some of us is 90% feelings and then it's 10% logic, or it's 95% feelings and then it's 10% logic. And then you find that you're not getting anywhere. And I'm really big on getting somewhere. Okay, we have this situation. What's the next step? What needs to be changed? What needs to be altered? What is it that you need to make sure that you don't do again? Attitude, a good and positive and peaceful attitude, does take practice. It does take patience, and it does take a level of opportunity, a level of grace that you need to give yourself and other people as well. So that's the number one, again, is pick up a good attitude. I want to try to put that in the chat. I will pick up a good attitude no matter what situation I'm going through, no matter what circumstances I'm going through. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a good attitude. Because you get further ahead when you have a good attitude versus a bad attitude, right? When you're explaining things to people, it comes across better when you're explaining it with a good attitude versus a bad attitude. All right. So let's go ahead and get into number 2. For those of you who are just hopping on, today's topic is pick it up. Don't put it down. Pick it up. Kick it up a notch. Pick it up. That's an action. That's an action. Right? Now, when you try and you fail, try again. Try again. Do it over. How many of us start something and stop? Start something and stop. I'm a type of person that will, and I'm actually going to be reaching out to someone very soon. I'm going to say, hey, listen, I think that there is a huge misalignment, right? And I think it will be best if you move on. I think sometimes it's great to just start over, to get fresh faces, to get fresh leads, to get a fresh mindset, to get a fresh strategy, to pick up a fresh perspective. Okay. Instead of quitting or instead of generalizing everything. We have a habit of doing that. We have a really big habit of generalizing so many things instead of saying, well, and it just didn't work out with that person. It just didn't work out with that relationship. But it doesn't mean for the rest of the 30 to 50 years that I'm going to be on this earth that there's not other bigger and better things out there. And even though people would say things, well, how, where you going to go from here and how you're going to be able to start over again, don't allow other people's limitations to push you back. A lot of people are going to give you advice and they're going to give you their perspective out of fear. We live in a new world, y'all. I know there's a lot of stuff going on social media. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the news, but there's so many people that start over or did it over again and succeeded. And they did not decide to quit and say, I'm going to go back to that situation, or I'm going to go back to that relationship, or I'm going to go back to that circumstance, or I'm going to go back to that partnership. You want to go backwards because you're afraid of moving forwards because you're listening to all the naysayers. And these naysayers may truly love you. You're listening to all the naysayers that's telling you in your ear and trying to put things in your mind to say, no, girl, don't start over again. There's nothing out there. It may not be nothing out there for them, but when you walk out on the streets or when you step into those rooms or when you hop onto those virtual opportunities, there's so much. It's to the point now with some of you guys, when you remove yourself from certain situations, you really start to see the world for what it truly is. You're really able to open up more to people in a bigger, more genuine way. I'm getting used to the point. I'm getting used to communicating with emotionally intelligent people. I'm gonna break that down. You can be around people who have a huge lack of emotional intelligence, do whatever they want, say whatever they want, operate however they want it to operate. And this is in life and business. And you could be going through, you could be part of that whole situation for years and years and years to the point where when you make the decision to move away from it, you may think in your mind, at least I used to think that everybody's like that. And now when you're talking to people who are actually normal, it feels uncomfortable. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like you want $1 million and you went from living in a ghetto to living in a high class neighborhood, and you walk into the coffee shops and you walk into the theaters and you walk into the supermarkets. And even though you have the bank account to be in those places, you still may feel like this don't feel normal because it doesn't feel normal because you're not used to it. You have to mentally become used to it. You have to mentally become okay with starting over. You have to be okay with starting from scratch. You got to be okay with that. There's a lot of things in the past, 12 months that I have just said, I'm going to just start over. And I'm telling you guys right now, yes, it's been challenging, but honestly, the reward from it, I'm telling you right now, I would not trade anything in this world for every single thing I've been going through for the past year. Nothing in this world. I would do it all over again. I would do it all over again. And I'm saying this with the God honest surety and certainty. I would do it all over again. Because I'm telling you guys right now, it's okay to want to seek happiness, but seeking peace is way more rewarding. Happiness is great. Finding happiness, but happiness sometimes happiness has a start and a finish. Because once you're unhappy, you're not getting things done. You're not moving forward. You're going, up and down, over and over again the roller coaster. But when you're trying to seek peace, and you're fighting for peace, and you're going through the jungle and the ups and downs and all those things to seek peace, you're actually living a more fulfilled life. I can honestly say at 42 years old, I'm living a more fulfilled life. I'm not yet living the life of my dreams, right? No, I'm not living in a big mansion and all those things, but I'm living a fulfilled life. My children have seen me more happy in the past 12 months than I've ever been happy in my life. That they've been alive. That's huge. That's one of the reasons why I would do it all over again, right? I would start all over again. Do it over. Do it over. Right? Okay, let's go ahead and get into number 3. Let's go ahead and get to number 3. And let's say Tori, Trees, send me what's news on Facebook Messenger. Send me what's news on Facebook Messenger. Listen, y'all. We all have skills. Whether you believe it or not, we all have skills. It's time for you to start picking them up. It's time for you to start picking them up. Sales skills, communication skills, closing skills, relationship skills, problem solving skills, crafting skills. We all have a skill. Start picking up your skills. Start sharpening your skills more. Start being thankful for your skills more. One of the things, it's so interesting that, I did not look at the talking points before I got on here. And one of the things I made a decision to do is start to, again, post my testimonials more. I started to collect more and more testimonials. I had client calls throughout the week, and I started saying, hey, give me a testimonial. That highlights your skills. I've been telling my clients to do the same thing. Start getting testimonials. You help somebody, whether it was through a free opportunity or paid opportunity, start getting out there and giving testimonials. Teresa's our show producer, right? The other day I'm going in my email. I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to give her a testimonial. She's been with me since 2017. She deserves a testimonial. She has shown her skills for all these years, 8 years, right? Skills. So the thing is, when you start to ask for testimonials, reviews, whatever you want to call it, right? And people give them to you freely, and you post them, and you make a whole collage, whether it's video, text, images, whatever. When there's other people in your life that try to say, oh, you didn't do, you didn't contribute, or your business is not all that, or what you're doing is not amazing, you haven't made a figure, all these things, all of those words get drawn out. And all you hear is the positivity, the empowerment, the love, the attention, the breakthroughs that you have made for other people. That's what you hear. Because at the end of the day, God cashes all that in. All the good work and the good things that you have done for other people, eventually God is going to cash that in. And the amazing part is that God is going to elevate you right in front of your enemies. So don't let your current circumstance be a definition of who you're going to be. Understand that this is all part of the process, and all this is supposed to happen. Every bad, horrific, challenging thing that has happened to me in the past 12 months was supposed to happen. Was somebody say supposed to? Was supposed to happen. So don't trade that. Thank you, Therese. Don't trade that for anything in the world. So start picking up your skills, your talents, right? All the things that you know is going to carry you and uplift you and help you to ultimately make money as well. That's important. All right, Therese, do we have a number 4, or are we going to dive into what's news? Go ahead and pull it up, sis, if we have a 4. A 4th point, I mean. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and check Messenger so I can have the what's news queued up. Oh, Faith. Oh, yes. Twonta wasn't playing today. Pick up your faith. I want to ask y'all a question, especially for those of you who are watching the replay. What does faith mean to you? I'm going to give it a couple of seconds so y'all can answer. What does faith mean to you? Okay. I'm going to let y'all answer it. But my definition of faith, my meaning of faith is, Therese, I didn't get it, love. Hold on 1 second. Maybe I got to refresh. Therese, can you send it in Messenger again? I didn't get it. Ah, let's give it a second to load. Um, Faith is believing believing in what has not physically came to fruition. That's not in the physical yet. But you have to first think it before it could come, before it's actually going to happen. You gotta pick up your faith. You gotta pick up your faith in yourself. You gotta pick up your faith in God. You gotta pick up your faith in your business. You gotta pick up your faith in your potential clients and customers. You gotta pick up your faith in your business, in yourself. Pick up your faith in yourself. Pick it up. You got to pick up your faith in people. Not everybody's bad. Not everybody's a narcissist. Not everybody has undiagnosed mental issues. Not everybody communicates inappropriately or don't communicate well. Not everybody who actually is giving you advice or giving you effective communication, it means to hurt you. You know, someone told me just recently, he was like, you got to stop defending yourself. You know, and when you're in a space and you're talking to somebody that's genuinely wanting to get you through something or wanting to help you, and you go automatically in defensive mode, that's not helping. You got to have faith that not everybody is like the people you've dealt with, whether it's a man, whether it's a woman, whether it's a family member, whoever. Not everybody is the same. Okay. So, yes, definitely pick up your faith, ladies. That's so important. All right. So, let's go ahead. If there's not a number 5, let's go ahead and get into what's news. For some reason, it is not loading for me. Therese, email it to me, Leticia Campbell's Consulting at gmail.com. I'm waiting for Therese to email it to me because maybe my messenger is slow today. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Okay. I don't think we have a point number 5. So definitely we're going to jump into what's news. And again, y'all, this is the last episode of season 16. We're going to start season 17 on October 1st. We're going to take a 2-week break and start season 17 on October 1st. So definitely mark your calendars because it's going to be absolutely amazing. Okay. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So we're going to dive into what's news. Okay. As soon as I get the link to pull it up on my end so I can read it along with you guys. And it's going to be awesome. We're going to close out this season on a positive and amazing note. Okay. Okay. Those of you who just hopped on, go ahead and type in hashtag live. So I know that you just came on live. Go ahead and type in hashtag replay. I got it, Therese. And guys, let us know for season 17 what topics you want us to talk about. Again, our main focus is spirituality, stability, and sisterhood. So please let us know what type of topics you guys want us to talk about around those 3 pillars. Okay. Very important. We don't want to venture away from our main goal and mission. All right. So here's what's news, y'all. Teresa's going to bring it up in just a second, but I'm going to go ahead and read the headline of the article. Okay. It was posted on August 19, 2025. Okay. Here we go. The first U.S. based plant, right? I'm sorry. The first U.S. Based plant-based braiding hair community now has a patent for its tech. Look at that, y'all. Ownership. Let's go ahead and read. All right. The first US based plant-based braiding hair company now has a patent for its flagship innovation. In June of this year, the braids founders, Sierra Imani May, announced that the company learned that the United States patent and the trademark office approved Rebundle's patent for its hair extension line called Braid Better. Braid Better. The patent protects the core innovation behind Braid Better, giving it its unique texture, durability, and scalable comfort. May said in an Instagram post, for our community, it further proves that this product is protected, scalable, and here to stay. Protected, scalable, and here to stay. That's amazing. Rebundle solving a solution, right? After May notice that synthetic braiding hair was making her scalp feel itchy. How many of y'all have gotten box braids and you just scratching and inflamed? She created a healthier hair alternative that benefits not only the human body but also the environment. Many popular many popular brands of synthetic braiding hair, human-made extensions contain uh, volatile organic compounds, which is VOC, right? Human-made chemicals found in plants, right? Industrial sulfates, and other products, according to a study by Consumer Reports (CR). Exposure to VOCs can lead to health problems such as respiratory issues, nausea, fatigue, and long-term exposures have been linked with increased cancer risk and organ damage, right? May said these reports highlight what has always been an open secret in the Black community. The brand has been creating a solution to these issues from its headquarters in Missouri since 2019. Rebundle braid better extensions are made with natural materials that affect the scalp microbiomes and can be reused up to 3 times. That's amazing because a lot of times you take the hair out, is in the garbage, right? That's also going to save you guys money. Okay. Rebundles, braid better technology becoming patented was always part of May's plan. She and her team worked with what is it? Property lawyers who helped Rebundle submit a strong application to the United States Patent and Trademark Office in 2021. Free help from St. Louis University helped May file her business as a micro entity, reducing the amount of fees Rebundle had to pay. The Patent and Trademark Office has a program giving pro bono services to under resource inventors and entrepreneurs. Having a good lawyer on her side was the key to her success in getting her patent approved. May says it's why she advises business owners to check with their closest university for a free legal aid. Rebundle and Rebundle is an environmentally friendly, community-centered brand. The braid better hair is composite. I'm sorry, composable rebundle, recycling almost 1,000 pounds of synthetic braiding hair. Better pausing that program. Better pausing that program to search for a more collaborative recycling company to work with, May said. All right, y'all. So that concludes that article. Therese actually put the article in the chat for you guys. I want to actually scroll down and see the comments, some of the comments that came through. I don't see any comments on this article itself. But yeah, this is amazing, guys. So definitely go ahead and check that out. I think they do have a link in Instagram. They have a link, I believe, for you guys to join their email list, learn more about any updates they have coming up. And also, I'm noticing that they do have an Instagram for you guys to go ahead and follow. So definitely, y'all, make sure you reach out to this amazing company. If you're a woman of color like me, you have definitely had synthetic hair extensions, whether it be braids, tracks, wigs, wigs. Yes, I know you guys definitely done that. So it's good to have a company that is environmentally safe. You know what I mean? Doesn't cause all the itching and the inflaming of your scalp and what have you. So it's amazing. And a lot of times with these companies that have all these harsh chemicals in the hair that we buy, there's a lot of times people have to soak the hair. Like I remember I watched this one YouTuber and she actually like soaked her synthetic hair in vinegar or something. It's baking soda, one of those things. And the next day, all these chemicals just came off the hair. You know what I'm saying? Before she installed it, she did like a little bit of a soak bath. But it just goes to show all these things that they put in here. And a lot of these people that sell the hair and manufacture the hair that we buy, they don't put it in their heads. They're not using it. They have long, silky hair. They don't need it, right? So they sell it, but again, they're putting so much harmful chemicals in it. So thank you so much, Therese, for sharing that in our chat for us to go ahead and build. This is us building awareness. What's News? I didn't really share What's News is about. What's News is we share articles and information of things that you guys don't see on your regular news broadcast, that you don't see on the big major news companies, right? And nobody's really talking about, but we want to highlight, those important people who are making a huge impact in the world. Okay. So thank you guys so much for joining us for the Sister to Sister Connection Talk Show. We are closing out season 16 on a positive note. We're going to kick off season 17 on October 1st. So definitely mark your calendars and don't miss out. We're going to be back here on October 1st, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not already part of our Facebook group to check out all the behind the scenes, go to bit.ly/Sister to Sister Connection. That's all lowercase. bit.ly/Sister to Sister Connection. Join our Facebook group. Again, this is the end of season 16. Season 17 is going to be coming up on October 1st, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for watching, tuning in. My name is Leticia Campbell, and I'll see y'all on October 1st. Bye, y'all.